All right, guys, welcome to our team call. We have Lindsay McGuire on as a guest tonight. I'm so excited to have her. I got a chance to meet her in Cancun and also in Nashville again. And we chat on Facebook all the time, and she's totally awesome. Before I get to her introduction, we have a few announcements. We still have a couple days left in the month. So if you're not at Success Club, definitely get there. Team Cup is still going on, so get those prizes while you can. Next week, we're going to start our 5-day sneak peek into Beachbody coaching. So if you haven't promoted that yet, feel free to do so on your wall or send private messages to your prospects and your challengers. It's a great way to give them the information about coaching, and they see like the community that we have for our team, which is pretty cool too. So also, we're having a team get-together at Amy's house next Wednesday, the 2nd at 5:30, if you guys can make it. I think we're going to do like 5:30. I just have to confirm with her. I know Rose is so sad she can't make it. You can fly out. No. Also, for September, we're going to do Go for No as our book club of the month. It's by Richard Fenton and Andrea Waltz. It's great to go along with what our topic is tonight, and that's inviting and getting over that fear and doing it with some courage and confidence. Getting into Success Club for the month, we have Daniela with 1 coach and 2 points. Good job, Daniela. We have Ashley DeFusco, 1 coach and 2 points. Ashley Angelo, 2 coaches and 2 points. Julie, 1 coach and 4 points. Christina, 2 coaches and 5 points. So she's in Success Club. That's awesome. And she actually got her free ticket to Summit, Success Starter. Awesome job. Alicia Antunes, she has 2 coaches and 6 points. I have 1 coach and 8 points. And Amy has 3 coaches and 8 points. And I forgot my husband. He's at Success Club. 2 points. 2 coaches and 5 points. So tonight's guest speaker, we have Lindsay McGuire. If you guys have any questions for her during the call, you can do it in the chat box and we'll read them off at the end. She's a 1-star diamond coach with 2 lifetime diamonds. And if you don't know what that means she helped rank advance 2 of her coaches to diamond. They held it for 6 weeks and one might have lost it, or are they on the same leg, or they're on the same leg. So to be a 2-star, you need 1 diamond coach on each leg. So she has 2 on the same, which, she'll get another one on the other leg and be 3-star automatically. So that's awesome. She's the founder of Team Tenacious, and she actually starred in Shaun T's T25 infomercial. So if you guys are watching that on TV, check her out. She's on there for I don't know how long, but it's pretty cool to put that on her resume. So Lindsay, it's all yours.
Myself. All right. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for that sweet introduction. And thank you so much for asking me to be on the call tonight. I'm just totally honored to be on this call with Hustle and Grind the Empire, HGTE. It always reminds me of HT.
Oh my God.
Which I love HGTV. I love it. I love it. And I love HGTE as well. I feel like I already know some of you already from our Facebook chats and Team Aspire community that we have as well. So this is really an honor to be on the call with you all. And I love to watch I love to watch everybody grow in this team and to show the culture that you guys are creating. I think that's a huge part of what you're doing as a team. You're growing and each one of you are just booming in your business. So I'm honored to be a part of this. So Steph pretty much, she asked me to be a part of the call and pretty much left the topic up to me on what I'd want to touch on. So I thought there's so many to choose from, so many, I could talk with y'all for days, but I thought that I would go over one of the 3 vitals, and I chose inviting. And I just wanted to go deeper into what inviting is, the importance of gaining trust, and how to build confidence when you're doing this invite vital. So just to back up and to let you know, tell you a little bit more about me. I am a mommy of two. I have Layla, who's 5.5, pretty much going on 14, and Hunter, who is 2.5, and then wife to my amazingly supportive husband, Kevin. And I started out, I've been a coach for a year and a half, and I started off as strictly as challenger. Had no desire to be a coach whatsoever, which you'll probably find pretty interesting when you hear more of my background. But fitness and being active has always been really important to me. Gosh, I've been into sports in probably since I could run, and in high school sports, and I played volleyball in college, and then went on to get my exercise science degree from Bowling Green, and then fell in love with group exercise instruction, and then went on to be a personal trainer. So being a personal trainer, I absolutely loved it, fell in love with it, helping people get their results. Very rewarding, but it honestly gets pretty, you get pretty burnt out. Comes to 14-hour days, and you're working around client schedules, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. at night. So, and you're pretty much capped out on the income that you can make, because you can only work so much. So, but you know what? I was single at the time, and I could be at the gym all day, and I could work out in between clients and still keep pretty fit. And it wasn't a horrible gig. So, but then enter a husband and a house and a family, and the time to take care of yourself and the energy and the motivation kind of disappears. So Kevin and I decided that we would be able to, he had just landed his dream job as the executive chef at the country club. So we decided that it would be okay for me to stay at home with the kids, which was awesome that I was able to do that. But then as a stay-at-home mommy, it's kind of scary because stay-at-home mommies don't get paychecks. So I ended up going and getting a part-time job at a local restaurant as a bartender a couple nights a week, which was a nice extra cushion for us. But, then that kind of was a drag because it's late evenings. And then you're getting up with little ones. So I was missing like story time and bedtime, and I pretty much didn't even see my husband on those days. So, I'm loving being a stay-at-home mom, but then I had my dream family, my husband, my house, my kids, but I honestly deep down was, pretty super sad about that I didn't have a fulfilling career. And, also I tried numerous times to try and get my pre-pregnancy body back. And it just wasn't working. Like I could not find the motivation, and it was really kind of bumming me out. So about that time, 6 months, when Hunter was 6 months old, so this would have been October of 2013, my friend Sarah, Sarah Mihailo, if you see her as a coach in Team Aspire as well, her transformation picture had come across my newsfeed, and I saw that she had just lost a bunch of weight after her second baby. So we were kind of in the same boat with that. And I was like, oh man, maybe that's what I should do. So I was thinking about it, and then a couple weeks later, I saw her transformation picture come through the newsfeed again. And this time she had won $1,000 for that transformation picture. And I was like, oh man, I can do that. I'm, personal trainer. Like I know how to do that. Like I can do that. Plus she won $1,000. Like I can win $1,000. So I saw that she had become a coach, and she started her challenge group. And I reached out to her and, said, hey, I want in. And she gave me options for signing up. And I actually did sign up as a discount coach. And I said, just give me whatever you did, and I'm in, and let's do this. So like Stephanie had mentioned, it was the T25. I got my T25, I got my Shakeology, I got my clean eating plan going. I was plugged into the support group, which was huge for me because now I have people doing the same goal. You know, we're all checking in with each other, pushing each other, motivating each other. So, and you know, over that 10 weeks, I stuck to it. I didn't miss a workout. I stuck to my clean eating plan, which was over Halloween and Thanksgiving and my anniversary and right up until Christmas. And I was pretty determined I was going to win that $1,000. So, but in that 10 weeks, I lost 20 pounds, and I went from a size 14 to a 6, which took me right back to my pre-pregnancy weight. And then I sent in my information, my pictures and my story and everything to the Beachbody Challenge. And I didn't win the $1,000, but I did win a t-shirt. You win your t-shirt when you send in your transformation. And then also, like Stephanie mentioned, I did get, I was one of 15 chosen to be featured in the latest T25 commercial, which was actually 1 year ago this week. I have to do like my flashback Friday, maybe tomorrow about it, that it may have been actually this day last year at this time that I was doing a workout with Shaun T. So yeah, if you're up early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe you can see me as part of the workouts. I'm featured in the workouts. It's like, ooh, there she is, workout. There she is for the workout. I'm right behind him in the bright green shirt. So, but then during this whole 10-week program, Sarah was mentioning to me, because she saw my interactions, she saw how well I was doing with my results. She probably mentioned to me, I would say maybe 10 times, about being a coach. She was like, look, you know, you can do this. You'd be so great at this. And she knew my background. So she probably mentioned it to me probably that many times. But I just kept thinking of those 14-hour days and getting back into like personal trainer mode. So I would just say, oh, I can't do it. Not right now. So then somehow my transformation picture got out there. I think Sarah had something to do about it. And then instantly I had probably 15 people, which is similar to how I think Stephanie got started. I had about 15 people want to know what I was doing. And Sarah said to me, look, these are your friends. You know, these are people that you can help, that you can pay it forward to. Plus, if you don't take them, I'm going to take them. So I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to do this. I can do this. And I dove right in. And that was February of 2014. And ever since then, it has been a complete, amazing ride since then. I am a part of an amazingly supportive community with my coaches. I'm inspiring other people, other challengers, to go after their goals, and getting, you know, emails probably at least twice, you know, a week about how they're doing great with their fitness, and, you know, a handful of people telling me that this has really been life-changing for them. So, I mean, we're really a part of an amazing thing with, it's just awesome when you surround yourself with such positive energy and such a great company, like what you can really do and how you can impact other lives. And we all are a part of this, and it's just really amazing how we get to pay it forward to others and keep doing this. So so then to segue into, I think about, you know, like to talk about inviting. Now think about if Sarah never invited me to this opportunity. I mean, honestly, the way that she invited is she posted on her wall. But then she also did invite me with the coach opportunity. Like, think about if she never put that out there, then my life and my family's lives wouldn't have been changed like it is now. So I think about that in my head when I do my posting and I do my inviting, like, this could be the person that I impact and change their lives, like it's changed my life as well. So that's something that helps me to keep in mind when I do inviting. So then the thing that I wanted to go over with you guys is that when I first started, I thought that invite, you hear the 3 vitals. You hear personal development, you hear invite, invite, invite. And the invite, I always thought like that meant like the specific send a message to this person and ask them, do you want to be in my challenge group? Like that wigged me out, honestly. I thought that I was calling this person out. Like they're going to think that I'm thinking that they're, they need to lose weight. How many feel like that, right? Like you get wigged out, like personal invite. Well, here's what helps me. I feel that there are 4 different ways that you can invite. That is one of them, but there's 3 other ways that I feel that there's ways to invite. So this kind of helps me lead up to that. Still, that personal private message is important and you have to do it, and I do it, but there's ways to lead up to it to help you get better at, until you get to that number 4, personal invite. So number 1, I like to think of one of the steps of inviting as your reconnect, or like your pre-invite, I like to call it. So, and this can go for your hot market, this can go for your warm market, this can go for your cold market, and this can also go for the coach invite. So, when I first started, when you first start, you have your hot market, and you can just send a nice casual message to your friend like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this program that I just started, and it's seriously legit, and I just lost 20 pounds, and I'm getting into these, you can tell them all this stuff, and you can be really casual with them. And I'd love to have you do this with me, and would you like to know more information? Hot market. Warm market and cold market and coach market. 2 things that I like to think of. I like to think of, you want to compliment them, and then you want to think about that, and then you want to ask a question or you want to ask advice. So this is how I'm pretty much rolling right now, because I'm pretty much past my warm market and into my cold market. But then to help my other coaches, like I tell them, you're going to boom, have that instant, sign up of 3, 4, 5 people from your hot market. Okay, now you're working into your warm market. So compliment them and ask a question in private message. And this is your pre-invite and your reconnect. And this is something that should be done, I think, before anything else. And I think it's something that's pretty easy, because I like to know about people. I like to know about where they're from and what they like, and where they work and why they like to work there and what makes them tick. And I mean, I just like to get to know people like that. So that's pretty much what you're doing. You're just having a casual start of a conversation. Like if you'd see somebody at a mom at a playground, or you're just starting a casual conversation. But to give you an example, for your warm market, like I just did this. I just reconnected with somebody. It's like a family member of my, down the line. So I just reconnected with them, and it would be something like, oh my gosh, it's so cool to reconnect with you. And I just got to, you look fantastic, and your kids are so adorable. And, something about, where are you living right now? I saw that you're just went on this vacation, and, just something about that. Obviously, that's kind of maybe obvious how you would start a conversation like that. But then the cold market, what I do is, an example would be, I just saw a mom who decked out a birthday party for their little kid. And she had all the decorations, and you could tell that she was really excited about this. So I just reached out to her, and I said, my gosh, like, I love the party that you just threw for your little girl. Like, the decorations were amazing, and she looked like she loved it. I love to throw birthday parties for my kids like that too. Where did you get your decorations? Did you make them, or, did you buy them somewhere? Whatever. So we got to chatting about that. People love to talk about, and help you and give advice. People love to give advice. So that's an example of the cold market. Now with the coaching question that I throw out there, when I'm going through my news feed and I see somebody that's posting about, working out, or maybe starting a fitness journey, or they just had an awesome transformation, I'll simply say, hey, I just wanted to reach out and let you know that your posts have been so inspiring and you're doing an amazing job with your transformation. And then I'll say, are you a fitness professional or are you just a fitness enthusiast? And I pretty much know the answer to that, but they love to start talking about that, and they love to start talking about their fitness journey through that as well. So those are the examples I have for the pre-invite, that I like to call it. And I think that that is crucial to do before you pretty much, do the hardcore, will you be in my challenge group? So the second one is, and this is something that I didn't know I was doing until my upline told me, like, I was kind of sad about it. I'm like, I'm not really sending out like private messages at first. And she said, but Lindsay, you're posting and you're promoting on your wall, and that is inviting. So I want to let you all know, when you're posting and you're promoting challenge groups and sneak peeks and everything on your wall, that is also inviting. And that's something that's important to do. Now, that's something that also helps you to gain trust. Like I said, like, part of inviting is gaining trust and building relationships. Posting on your wall, I think about, okay, how am I going to gain trust with people? And I also think about, how am I going to add value to their day when I'm posting? And this is something that I like to tell my team, pretty often. And I also like to tell new coaches. When you start posting, I feel it's so crucial to share what's working for you. Like, I'm a mom. I'm busy. I'm running out the door. I will lay out like snacks that I just have, that we have to pack because I don't want to go through the drive-through. So I have a cheese stick, I have an apple, I have my Shakeology, I have my water, and I'll lay it out and I'll say, fast food. And I'll post that. I'll say, this is how, this is helping me, whatever. Something that's helping me to add value, to show how you can do it as a busy mom, whatever your niche is. And then I also think about when I'm doing my post of like workout videos, or a post of a recipe, or even a post of drinking Shakeology. I'm always telling people like how this is helping me and what's so awesome about it, instead of saying like, drink this Shakeology because it's really good for you. You know what I mean? Like, Shakeology is my 3 o'clock, like, get me through the want to eat the whole kitchen down, time of the day. So does that make sense? Like, I think about how I'm posting and promoting and adding value and gaining trust. So I feel that that's also a part of inviting. Now, yes, there is the hardcore, like, hey, this is my challenge group coming up and this is the date and here's what you're going to get, and comment below if you're interested, type of thing. That's also inviting. So to sprinkle those in as well is also about the posting and promoting, that I feel is the second part of inviting. And then, of course, to sprinkle in, if you have fur babies or babies or some other traveling or something else, definitely sprinkle in non-Beachbody things as well. So the third one, and this one's just pretty simple, but it is a way to invite, and it's a way, like on Facebook, to create an event. And I just wanted to make sure they mention this, is I like to create my event through my like page. And then by doing this through my like page, if I make my ad pretty simple, then I can boost my ad for that as well. And you'll start to understand that more when you get into your cold market, how you want to reach out more people through the invite through your like page. And that can be done we've done it for our sneak peeks, for our free events. We've even done it for some challenge groups. So that way you can go through and you can send out an invite, for 500 people instead of maybe, 10 people seeing your post through your news feed at that time that you did. So, and then the fourth one, the Mac Daddy of the inviting, is the personal invite. So this is where, like I said, it's very crucial. And the reason why it's very crucial is because, okay, you did the one on your wall, you did the event on the like page, you sent that out to people. People are busy, they see it through their notifications, they forget about it. But then to send that message, you can still come back to it, and it's still sitting there. So it's another way for them to make sure that they understand that you have a cool event coming up. So now this is where I wanted to talk more about how to build your confidence on this. Because like I said at the beginning, and you all agreed with me, it's a little nerve-wracking. You feel like you're calling somebody out. You feel like you're saying you need to work out and you need to do this with me. But honestly, here's the thing, what I wanted to ask all of you about confidence. Let me ask all of you, like deep down in your core, in your heart, do you all believe that Beachbody, their programs, the company, the integrity of the company, the products, do you all believe that these are the best products out there to help somebody lose weight, feel better, and actually change their lives? Like, can you all say that you honestly believe that? Yes. Okay, awesome. Because if you're on this call, you probably believe that. So going into this invite, you need to keep that confidence all the time. You need to keep your confidence in every single one of these invites that I'm talking about, every single one of these posts that I'm talking about, because I believe it. This program, this company, these programs, these products, the integrity of the company, me being a personal trainer, me being like educated in exercise science, this company is the shit. I'm going to swear on this call right now, but it is. It's like, it's the best thing I've ever come across. Like, I get these programs and I'm like, oh, why didn't I think of this, But they're the best. So I think about that. I'm like, I am going to give you the best product out there that there is. And I 110% agree on this. Okay. So going into that. So this is what I like to think about the invites. Think about that you just went to a gym and you did like a really cool like boot camp class, and you've been doing it for maybe like 3 times a week and 3 weeks, and you're just sweating like crazy, and it's so much fun, and the people in the class are like have so much energy, and holy moly, like you've lost like 6 pounds already and your pants are falling off of you, and then you go and you tell your friend, like, listen, like you've got to come and try this with me. Like, I've been going to this boot camp, the instructor is amazing, everybody in the class is so fun, and you tell them all these points about it. That's pretty much the same thing as our challenge group. That's how I think about that. Okay, you're going to ask that person to come with you and do this with you and get results with you and have fun with you and be in a supportive group with you. And yeah, they're probably going to have to pay to go to that class, or probably have to pay to go to a gym membership, but you're like so freaking excited about this and believe about it. Like, they're going to come and do this with you, and you're showing results and you're telling them about your results. So they're going to come and do that with you. That's right. Or else you're going to show them your guns and be like, look at these muscles. So that's one of the ways I like to think about it. And the other thing I like to think about it is, think about like, okay, it was just wedding season. So think about, you just got invited to a wedding and you went to this wedding and it was like the most fun wedding ever. Like that person had to send out invites, and the thing about like, say this is, I guess you could say, like, say this is your wedding. So you send out the invites, you're putting everything together, and it's going to be the most fun wedding. But now think about maybe, 25% of the people can't come. Well, why couldn't they come? Because, maybe they had another engagement to do, or, they had something else going on. Well, then that's the other thing that kind of helps me too. Like, I'm throwing a party, I'm throwing a challenge. It's my challenge group is my party, or my sneak peek is my party, or my free event is my party. And I'm throwing that, and I'm inviting people, and it's going to be the best party ever. And I'm telling them, what we're going to do. And, a lot of people say that they, not now, or they can't come, or they don't respond. That doesn't mean that they don't want to be a part of that party. It just means that timing just isn't right. So no big deal. We'll just put you on the list for the next one. So that's the other thing that kind of helps me with when I'm inviting to people, because I used to stop myself. I used to say, what if they don't answer me? Or what if they say no? Or what if they can't come, or they don't want to do it? It doesn't mean that, like, it's nothing personal. It's just timing. That's all. So just keep inviting. And then if they can't do that one, put them on the list for the next one, and just keep going. So those are the 4 main things that I think help me get through inviting. And it's really where all of the magic starts. It's where it started for me. So it's very crucial, vital. It's vital for your business. So that's pretty much the points that I thought I would break down for the inviting part of that. If you guys have any questions specifically, though, I would like to answer that if we have time. I don't know how long we went there.
Yeah, let me just unmute everyone. That was awesome. I literally have a page of notes. Like,
really?
Yeah. Okay. All right, Rose, you have a question?
No, I was just saying I have 2 pages.
You do?
It's just very, I love how you had us think about it, especially the wedding and my party. It's like, wow, duh.
I've invited people. I love throwing parties, and it's great that my husband's a chef, and I have like this inner Martha Stewart thing going on. So we love to throw parties, and they're super fun, but you know what? Not everybody can make it.
Where are you, Lindsay?
We're in Ohio. We're west of.
So you're in Cleveland.
Invite to the party.
I'm in Michigan.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I'm not a Wolverine fan though, but
well, my husband
not
is.
Red and white either, but MSU.
Oh, okay. We're west of Cleveland.
Okay.
So we're close to Michigan. Yeah.
We're driving. Oh, you're west of Cleveland. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, but I try not to. At first, I took it so personal, and it would be so hard to send those out. And now it's almost like, and you know what, too? If I get a flat out no, I really just move on. Like, you know what? Too bad for you, because this is awesome. So I just move on, and then I still maybe even come back to them, or go back to their posts and comment something nice, because not that they don't really want to do it. It's just that they haven't gained enough trust from me, and they haven't, it's all about the trust and building relationships type of thing. So
that's a good point too, because honestly, it's being here 1 year out, which totally changed my whole, market. It was people in the beginning weren't really sure what I was doing. And now that they've seen me do it for a year now, they're like, okay, well, I keep seeing things on her wall, and seems like she's legit. So now they want to, be a part of it. So
for sure.
Take it out.
For sure. And that's something that's tough for coaches who just start out, when they don't get that huge, I was pretty fortunate. I don't know how, but something to have 10 people, boom, within 2 weeks that were boom, I'll do this. Okay. Some people don't get that right away, because they want to see, let me see how she's doing, and let me check her out and see if she's still doing this. So, and it does take, this is something that my team and I have talked about a lot, the whole planting seeds. Like right now, maybe you had, your 5 success, your success club this month, and you're sitting back and you're like, okay, cool. Now but no, you have to start doing that pre-invite, because next month then you're going to get, and then you do that pre-invite, and then it takes a month or 2 for people to get that trust going and finally say, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yeah. Do you have like, how do you track your list of, prospects and everything? Do you have just a list on paper or Excel or?
I have tried everything, and I finally have come up with Google Docs is nice, because then I can update it and I can find it from anywhere. I can find it from my, email or my phone, and I just have their name and I update where I left off with their message. Now, I found that what I need to do also is that now this is for prospects. I found that once they become a challenger, that I like to keep track of them as well. And to make sure that I've sent them, put them in the proper spots and checked up with them 1 week after and see how they're doing with Shakeology. And then I also like to have, and mind you, I'm still not perfect with this, I must admit. Like, organization is my nemesis, but I am working on, and then I have coaches where I actually have folders, and they're updated calls. And so every time we chat and have their goals and what they're doing for the month, and I have my coaches listed off as keeping track of them as well.
You're so fancy.
It's a struggle, man. It's so hard. I'm like, I seriously, until I've lost a lot of business because I was not organized, for sure. And I've heard a lot of top coaches say that as well. Like, if you're not organized and you don't keep track of those people to follow up with, you will lose a lot of business. And I totally did. Like, I will go back into my messages like a year later. I'm like, oh my gosh, I never got back to that person. Mm-hmm. Crap, that was somebody that, was just sitting there, and I had so many messages to go through. So that's what I'm working on right now.
That's definitely a good point. What's your favorite personal development book? I always have to ask.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of time management, Eat That Frog right now. I am loving that one. It's like my Bible right now. So, talking about the ABCDE method, working on the things that are who's read that one? You guys read that one? That should be Eat That Frog.
It's a quick read too. It's not. Yeah.
It is. But I found that, I have all these pretty books up here on my shelf. I found that I cannot sit down and read. So I've started to, while I work out, I listen to them on the Audible app or the just YouTube. I don't need to listen to Autumn anymore. I know what she's going to say. So I just listen to my books.
Awesome. Does anybody else have any other questions before we let Lindsay go?
Yeah. Do you ever, for coach inviting, do you ever do the lifestyle invite?
I do. I don't do it. The thing that I like about that is that it's easy to duplicate. So, but I feel that it kind of takes away your personality a little bit. So it's kind of a love-hate relationship with that. I feel that I can just chat with somebody about that same kind of flow. When I start to ask them about if they're an enthusiast or they're professional, or even with anybody, like if they're rocking it in my challenge group, then I start to slowly ask them about their life and their work, and they'll tell me about that maybe they're too busy or they're too crazy or something about their work, and then I'll ask, just slowly move into it. So I kind of keep it the same way, but I put my personality into it a little bit more. So I think it's good to learn that, but then kind of less robotic it a little bit, if that makes sense.
I know for me, I try to use a little bit of both, like show, my husband and I going on vacation. That's like lifestyle without saying lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah. What about the whole own your life thing?
Yeah, I don't really use that.
How about you, Lindsay? Do you do the own your life?
No, I like to do more of the, my niche is that I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Right. See, I'm an old lady.
That I get to do that. Well, find out what your niche is.
Well,
what do you like that you get to do right now? Right. Or what are you working towards that why are you in this business? What is your ultimate goal to
move my husband off the road and travel? So really that does resonate with me. Maybe that's why I keep asking this. right?
Mhm.
We've been trying to figure out roses.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think I know, but thank you for, Amy needs to pull me back. You can pull me back. And I did tell you that, didn't I?
Yes.
Do it. So it's bright colors, it's biking or bikers, and I'm a trucker's wife. Hello.
So you want him to be home with you is your goal and not be on the road.
I don't know so much. He wants to be home with me.
Oh.
But I'm going to have to work his business too, which will be.
Well, you need to work on a deeper goal here then. What do you?
No, I know. But no, I do. I'm old. I can't do my job anymore. Not that I'm old. But yeah, I still need to help people.
It is kind of tough. Like yes, I am there. I am at home with my kids now. I did get to leave that bartending job. I forgot to tell you that part. I did get to leave that bartending job September of last year because my Beachbody income was surpassing what I was making there. So this is actually the first full summer that I've been home with the kids. And now I think I've kind of, I don't know if I've actually said it out loud or something, but now I want like my husband to not work as much because then he goes away to work and I just want him to like have days off and stay home. So that's my next goal, is to be able to retire him. But even like my 2.5-year-old, my son will be like, Daddy, you have to go to work. I don't want you to go to work. And I'm like, gosh, am I saying that out loud? Like, where did he get that from? So that's Hunter's goal as well, is to keep my husband home. So yeah, just to think about what your goal is and what you're working towards. I did see that some had some questions pop up maybe. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. There's somebody said that they were, college volleyball.
That's Christina.
Exercise science, everything?
Yeah.
Christina?
Yeah, same person.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, awesome.
Yeah, I went that same exact path.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And so how long have you been a coach now?
This is my 3rd month.
Okay.
Yep. Got Success Club every month. She's going to Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. Oh, how cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Thank you. Been using it.
Yeah, it's
supplement.
Like I said, personal training is pretty cool, but it burns you out completely. And I eventually like had people that were personal trainers under me, and I'm like, oh wow, this is cool. I'm getting commission off of them as well at the gym. But what's that, like 8 trainers? And with this, you can, build it to hundreds.
Yeah.
Thousands.
You're gonna have Rose is gonna have 1,000 coaches. Did you hear that?
I heard it. It's on record.
Awesome.
All right,
Thousands.
Thank you.
I did have, I think I was talking with Steph about the 3 main things that actually helped me too, that I did write down here. I thought that I wouldn't have time for it. I don't know. I guess it's 8:47.
No, definitely share them.
They're really quick.
I know, it's late.
But basically the 3, like if I could think of the 3 main things that have helped me finally like get my head together, and I'm an emerald. So if y'all have taken that test, you know what that means. Any other emeralds here? Yes? No?
I took it. I don't remember what I was.
Oh, then you're not an emerald.
I've got a brain injury, so I don't know. I could be.
Well, pretty much I like to work from a calendar, and I don't know if you do that with your team at all, but I like to put on my calendar at the beginning of the month, like when I'm going to have my, challenge group, when we're going to run our sneak peeks, and then work backwards. Like, okay, I know that I need to promote a week before that, or 2 weeks before that. So that's helped me huge, because at first I was like, well, I'm just going to like put out there that I'm having a challenge group. And then I'm like, oh crap, they needed to like order by yesterday. So that's helped me a lot. And then second, the thing about the contact list, I update that pretty much every other day, if not every day. with those 3 different things, the prospects, the challengers, and then my coaches. And then, you know, every month I'll actually go through and actually add to it and make sure that I have your contact list. Like I tell my team this all the time, your contact list is your asset. If you do not have a contact list, like you're just kind of flying by the seat of your pants out there. So, so to have a contact list and you have a calendar to know like what to invite them to helps me huge. And then, I love the saying of I don't lose, I either win or I learn. And pretty much since day one, I will try something. It's kind of like that saying when you throw it up against the wall and see if it sticks. I won't swear again. But I kind of like, that's kind of what I do. Like I throw it out there, I throw a post out there, I see if it works. If it doesn't work, I think, oh gosh, okay, why didn't that work? Or I send an invite out and I think, okay, gosh, why didn't that work? And maybe it did, or maybe something did work, so I run with that. But it's not, you know, I just constantly think about how I can evolve and learn. And I reach out to the team page and I reach out to my upline, or I YouTube stuff like crazy, or I go to other, you know, not that you want to compare yourself to top coaches, but I kind of see like what's working for them. But constantly, you're not losing. You're either winning, it's either working, or you're learning. So those are my 3 kind of things to go with. And then I also like to think about that this business takes a lot of heart and it takes a lot of hustle, which goes to our hustle and grind. But it does. 2 things. It takes a lot of heart and it takes a lot of hustle. And if you lead with your heart and you just consistently like do the things, the hustle every day, just keep going and you got it. That's what I like to, that keeps me going every day.
Awesome.
So that's all I have, I guess. Thank you so much for letting me chat with you on your call. This was great.
Thanks so much for coming. I'm so happy to
thank
have
you.
you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. Let's finish the month strong. We have a couple more days. So if you're not at Success Club, let's hit it. Team Cup. Awesome. We don't know the specials for next month yet, but we'll get those.
Well, we do know, though, does everybody know about Carl's
Oh, yeah. The beach
BOD-a-thon?
Yes.
And so I actually just made an event. That's why it's going, oh, darn, I did it off my personal thing. But, yeah. So I made the event for the BOD-a-thon. So I'm hoping, you know, hoping they'll get Shakeology. No, they will get Shakeology. They're going to with it.
The Carl on Demand, is that what you mean?
He's doing a challenge starting September 1st. So and it is on demand. On the October 31st, we're doing back-to-back workouts, 4 different ones, 2.5 hours. So he's starting September 1st training for that.
Oh, really? All right.
Pretty cool. I'm very excited.
Awesome.
Nice.
Cool. Well, thanks again, Lindsay. I know it's almost 9 o'clock, so we're going to let her go. If you have any other questions for her, you could put them in the team page and I'll always, you know, send her a quick message. But thanks for coming.
Thanks so much.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.